The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Shut up, Grandma! Drink your prune juice!
No, I want to open like this!
I'd buy that for $1.
Jordy, you ruined my opening now! I was going to play that! Damn it!
But that was more funnier, and you know it.
Oh, god damn it. I wanted to play...
I'd buy that for $1.
But you didn't let me! You hurt my feelings.
Oh my god, look at
my
him.
feelings.
A grown man crying
You
over
hurt
a
my
clip.
feelings.
A grown man crying over playing a clip. How pathetic can you be?
Yeah, well, I could defend Victor in that moment.
Yes, I had this
Yeah, but
ready to
but it
go.
was only because that was a scene where it's kind of like you're watching the television because the guy's going, ah, like it's not even an awesome scene from freaking, you know, the movie we're reviewing tonight.
Well, that's arguably the most iconic line in the movie, so show a little respect.
Okay, I could show the film respect, but I don't know, that's a stretch.
Just saw Halloween 2 and 3. Halloween 2 was whatever.
Anyway,
Halloween 3 is beyond.
let's all welcome back William the Conqueror Braun from Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm back, bitches.
And this is for you because I finally got a strike on Monday.
Show me the money!
A strike?
Yeah, I got a strike. I got one while I was bowling.
Oh, I thought it was a YouTube copyright strike.
You know what clip I was thinking that you were going to play, Jordy? The one that goes, show me the money.
Oh, well, I got to add that in there one day, but that'll be.
Are you serious? They're bringing Pingu back on the air?
Oh yeah, I thought that was that was bullshit.
I saw
but I guess
that
it's
before.
true. They're bringing back Pingu.
Aardman.
Yeah. I saw that
Aardman,
before.
I'm surprised because isn't Aardman coming out of a new Wallace and Gromit movie soon?
Yeah, that's what I actually, have been hearing as of late when I was on vacation.
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Plus, Wallace
Oh
and Gromit is awesome.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, Soren.
Oh,
if you know my history very well with those two movies, if it wasn't for Justin Williams, I would have walked out.
You fucking Rob Zombie. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Die.
Just saying, Soren.
But I'm just saying that the unrated director's cut is probably more like you could track it down easier than the fucking theatrical version. Now, apparently that's the worst cut of the movie. It's a worse cut than the theatrical version is already not good, but then
it's just.
Now, what are we talking about here?
We're talking about Halloween, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because apparently Soren wants to fucking watch
And I remember the day very well when I saw that movie. October 30th, 20.
By the way, we got some people in here in the live chat. One of them, I mean, I can't spell the name, says,
hated that movie.
great movie, still looks cool. I really like the design for Robocop and ED-209.
It looks Russian.
And ED-209 is one of my most favorite robots. He is a very cool robot and character.
Honestly, this sounds like it might be generated by AI. I think this might be a bot. This looks like look at the emojis at the end of both. That's what AI does. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Well, then again, I mean, hey, a comment's a comment.
Why does the E...
Besides, okay, hold on. Let me ask you something. When do bots have a taste for good movies?
Also, ED-209 didn't shoot himself in the arm. This is AI. ED-209, yes, it is pronounced ED-209. Somebody pronounces it that way. I'm not going to go by Ed-209. Fuck you. And he never shot himself in the arm, unless it's happened in Robocop 2 or 3. I've never even seen both, so please, if anybody's seen the sequels, let me know. But we're talking about the first movie. This sounds like AI.
2 and 3, this is what happens when you have Frank Miller on board.
Frank Miller. Oh, yeah, just like Alan
By
Moore.
the way,
he's a fucking hack.
I told my mom that it's ED-209, Vic. That's what Hunter's saying.
It's Ed. He's pronouncing it ED-209. 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 Tomato. We'll get to that when we get to that.
Did you just say tomato?
Tomato.
I thought I heard you say tomato. Speaking
Warner
of AI,
Brothers
Elon Musk,
sued.
Warner Brothers sued by Blade Runner 2049 producers over AI-generated robotaxi image. It says
Wow.
was going to the movie.
Damn.
Hey, Warner. Hey, David Zaslav. Elon Musk. You both go fuck yourselves.
Hey, hold on a second. Ed and ED-209.
Ah, Jesus. One person does pronounce it. The one guy. The one black guy pronounces it as ED-209 at one point. The one black guy that was with Miguel Ferrer.
Yeah, I know who that guy is. Oh, hold on a second.
Why does that sound so familiar?
Girl. I was here to meet on my way to get a cupcake.
So I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
And to think the guy who exposes that guy is actually a racist. So.
But yeah, great. I'm already having a freaking stroke.
I mean, I'm not gonna say two wrongs. I mean, don't make a right. But then again, if anything, I would still go after the child predator and just beat the shit out of him.
What does it have to do with a child predator? Where did the child predator come from?
Yeah,
I was talking about ED-209.
ED-209 is not a child predator.
What is that, Jordy?
I
was talking about EDP-445.
Oh, no, that he's a fucking predator. Not ED-2, not ED-2. Fuck you, ED-209. EDP.
Well, you know what?
What are we doing with our lives?
Oh my god. EDP-209. Okay, and now I see what's going on.
Oh, ew.
I don't want to think about that.
We've never really discussed about that individual, have we?
Well, Tom Holland's going to star in Christopher Nolan's new movie, too. I knew about Matt Damon, but Tom Holland, thank God, he needs something else because Tom Holland has been playing the same damn character. Ever since he's been cast as Spider-Man, he's been playing the same character over and over and over. Time for a change. Thank God. This is good.
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
in Uncharted, he literally plays Spider-Man. He literally plays Spider-Man.
Yeah,
in Uncharted.
He's literally not Nathan Drake. Just saying.
ED-209.
Eddie. Oh my God, Soren.
Wait. So you don't want Tom Holland to be Spider-Man again?
No, I'm just saying that he needs to take on different types of roles. He's playing the same character in every movie he's doing. Even in Uncharted. He's playing Spider.
He's gonna be Nathan Drake in Uncharted the movie.
No, he's already Nathan Drake. About 2 years ago, and it was shit.
I didn't know there was an Uncharted movie that came out.
It's awful.
It's terrible.
I didn't know. Listen. Here's the thing. I'm new to being a movie enthusiast like you guys. I don't know when a video game movie or anything else comes out. The only ones I know about are the ones that I actually give a damn about.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're still a noob.
I got no choice. I have to play it now. I have to fucking find it now. Write that down. I had to. I'm
Jordy, you're still a noob.
I'm befuddled. I'll be right back. I have pizza I have to get. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, noob. And I don't mean freaking noob Skybot from Mortal Kombat.
Okay, you know what? I love that line, to be honest with you. Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Oh, I'll talk about that. By the way, what's going on, Shaden?
But otherwise, it's another day, another episode where we are 2 weeks away from episode 100.
I cannot believe that. Like, how does time fly by so fast? Like, can we just get a fucking DeLorean
when you're
just
having
to go back in time?
And you're doing a lot of weekly shows.
Can we just get a freaking DeLorean already so that I can go back in time so that I can actually see myself in the other room where I used to film at, and then I would just look at myself.
I think we should all, use the time machine to go back to the very first episode, and let's all have, be in the first episode all the way up until now.
I would argue a little like further. I would say probably like, episode 16 where you and Jared were introduced to the show,
Here's the thing. If I had gay anus, I would have expressed it, like certain people catch that on Fleek. But,
It's another episode where Jordy hides his gayness. Oh my gosh, Jaden.
Well, to be honest with you, Chayton's more gay for me than he thinks that I am for him. So,
Victor, don't say I'll be right back. I know where you're going with that, Hades.
by the way, so yeah, last week I did that topic for you. I don't know if you watched it. If you did, because I know you were in the last top 20 MCU movies that Jared was going over. But last week when I did the topic you sent me, what did you think about how I did?
I mean,
what's your thoughts on it in general?
I mean, seeing as that you've actually read the article that I sent you, I do think if we had the NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, the Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, and all that, I'm honestly gonna be, pissing my pants if the Game Boy app is going to really be added to the Nintendo's
the first anniversary of episode 50. Oh my god!
And also too, if it ever happens, you gotta include these few games: Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2, Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh, Metroid Prime 3.
No, that was for the Wii.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
because
say
that was the one that introduced
Metroid Prime fanboy. You.
Yeah, I'm biased.
Let's not forget about the Legend of Zelda.
The Wind Waker.
Not just Wind Waker's been remastered and re-released so many times. I was thinking more along the lines of
Twilight Princess.
Then again, Twilight Princess has been remastered too. So I guess Four Sword Adventures, I believe, or maybe
because
where you get the Master, quest, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so
for
too.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
But didn't Twilight Princess came to the GameCube first?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I'm starting on my words. What others can I think of?
In a perfect world, WWE Day of Reckoning 2 would be on there too.
Hold on.
Yeah, WWE Day of Reckoning, WWE Day of Reckoning 2. As a matter of fact, WrestleMania X8 and WrestleMania 19. Oh my God, those were great games.
I got another one. Star Wars Rogue Leader.
Hold on. Well, okay, there's Rogue Squadron for the N64, then there's Rogue Leader for the GameCube, and then there's Rebel Strike.
Yes, and
I like both. I play both those games, and they are the shit. I love them.
I love them too, but also there was a local retro gaming store, and they had Rogue Leader and Rebel Strike. But if you were to go on eBay for
his
Rebel
comments
Strike,
got hell for review. I don't know what's going on with your comments, Chayton, getting hell for review, but
shit.
Oh,
fuck. Sorry. I literally took fucking 5 minutes, and that did not mean the fucking.
Oh, no worries.
That's fine. We're
just filled in.
We're just talking.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
We're just talking about voting.
Please vote, no matter what side you're on. Please vote.
Yeah, and we were just discussing who me and William are going to vote, and we're putting it out there.
I'm gonna keep mine confidential, but when it comes
here's the problem. We're not talking about that. Just look at his face.
I am so taking a photo of that.
He is so. Oh my God.
Got it.
I thought. Okay, you know what I thought was gonna happen? I thought you were gonna say no politics.
Pizza. Look at this. Look at this. No, not for you though. Not for you though.
You.
All of you should vote for me. I'm the greatest president who will ever live.
Oh, and what would you do to make America great again?
Oh gosh.
I brushed my case.
Oh,
but
gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, let's go ahead and get this out of the way real quick. First, up until November 2nd, and this is everybody who wants to do this. This is optional. This is not mandatory. If you want to, you can go ahead and vote right now up until November 2nd to determine who will be the country's next president of the United States of America. Okay. And for the record, you have your choice. You got the Republican Party, you got the Democrat Party, you got
the Green Party, you got the Blue Party.
There's also What other party is there other than the Republican, Democrat, and
I know there's a
Independent?
thing called the Green Party.
Okay, the Green Party. So yeah.
The
However,
Pizza Party. That's the most fun out of everybody.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Hey, yeah, pizza's good.
if there
No,
will
it's
never
not the
have anything to do with politics.
Chuck and cheese pizza.
However, McDonald's will as of this past Monday.
So I
Anyway,
guess
so anybody who's got a chance to do so, go ahead and cast your vote for who will be the next president. And
The
yeah,
Pizza
you got until
Planet
November
Party.
2nd. And it's your right to do so. Choose wisely, and may
Good
God
luck.
have mercy on your soul.
yeah, very much. Let's start our topics now, William. Since you weren't here, I'm gonna let you go first.
I know what his topic's going to be, though.
All right.
Either way, just let him go.
But I don't know
right.
what it's going to be. I'm just going to let him talk about it.
All right. My topic for this week is that when you think of a good vacation, what's the first thing that always comes to my mind?
The
Well,
ocean.
I could also probably say Puerto Rico. I could probably say Florida, Bahamas.
Oceanic Flight 815.
That's not a resort. Victor, you don't shut up about Lost for one hot damn minute and let him speak about his vacation. I will put my shoe. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put this shoe so far up your ass, you're going to be pissing out the little cotton out, and it's going to hurt. Just like you having to piss out a freaking kidney stone.
Victor's got to go back.
I know from experience.
Victor's got to go back.
William, continue.
All right. Where was I? Oh, my God, with the Lost reference. For the 5th time, I've actually went to Jamaica for literally 5 times. And I'm not just talking about like monthly. I'm talking about like the 5th year that I actually went to Jamaica. and also to like this vacation has to be like one of the most fun times I think I've ever had, because not only, it's such a beautiful island to look at, but the people there were so genuine and basically, very so caring, especially with, the customers that going into the resort that we actually stayed in. And believe it or not, the resort that we went to was actually a much more smaller resort. Because 5 years ago, I actually went to another resort that originally, it wasn't bought by Sandals.
Mansion 3, was it?
Oh, for God's sakes!
Well, that's what it should have been called, Luigi's Resort or Luigi's Hotel, whatever you want to call it.
Well, here's the thing, though. It cannot be, titled Luigi's Resort.
I know, because of
Nintendo probably confused the IP name.
Franchise of Luigi's Mansion. I know.
Yeah, but
it makes logical sense, though.
I mean, true, but I guess Nintendo has to stick with their gut on this one.
I mean, they could have still. I mean, it would still sell like hotcakes, regardless.
I mean, it still would, but but you get what I was saying.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, I went to one resort called the Jules Dunn Resort, and there it was like a lot more bigger than the one that we actually stayed in this year, because it was a lot more different compared to the resort that we stayed in, of course.
And it's called the what resort?
Jules Dunn Resort.
Jules Dunn.
Wait, where's this at?
I believe it's right by like I want to say 15 miles away from Montego Bay, I believe. Which Montego Bay is right on the west side. What's
the rating for it?
I don't know the exact rating for it in terms of like customer satisfaction, but what I do know is that 2 years later it was bought by Sandals, and then they actually,
aka Beaches.
Oh,
yeah.
aka flip flops.
Yeah, and they also
Sandals are somewhat. I mean,
yeah, and they also renovated the entire resort.
By the way, they're not fuck you flip flops, you pretentious douchebag.
You can't say these about my names.
Speaking of flip flops, we were talking about that. Me and Chamber were talking about that last night, and we're not talking about the shoes. We're talking about about people who flip flop, but that's a different story.
Yeah. Anyways, it was the resort was bought by Sandals, and then we had to go to like a different resort, which honestly, it was all worth it. And honestly, it was like one of the best times I think I've had in a vacation, along with my family. And
Just one question. I know it's it's not off topic, but like, isn't the Atlantis resort in the Bahamas too, or am I thinking of somewhere else?
I've actually been to the Atlantis resort before,
Wait,
and I
are
think it
you
was
asking
in the
him that
Bahamas, I
because
believe.
he met an Atlantean, babe like Milo Thatch did, and in the Lost Empire.
Whereas,
I mean, he has the glasses. I mean, he could play as Milo Thatch in a live-action movie if he wanted to.
Hope to God he doesn't see flounder, Gary's favorite fish. But anyways,
Well, actually, I mean, when you think about it, Gary does, come off like flounder, Nice reference. Thank you.
Yeah, but honestly, though, I would love to go back there again. But the thing is, I've been there 5 times, and I do think next year I actually want to go on a cruise.
A cruise? The cruises are off. I mean, I've never been on a cruise before, but I know they're. I've always been fascinated by cruises.
I saw that thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
Gary and the Undertale.
Especially Disney Cruise Line. They seem to have really good cruises.
Oh yeah, the one that
yeah, I mean they do have good cruises, but
no politics.
Shut
I
it down.
know where this is going.
Shut it down.
I didn't say a thing.
The implication was there.
The implication, my ass.
What?
Man, you are such a you know what you are from time to time. You're prejudiced.
What, me?
I'm not prejudiced.
Yes, you are, Victor. You're prejudging me, thinking that I was going to say something politically stuff I wasn't going to.
What were you going to say then?
I was talking about the recent customer stuff that's happened lately.
The customer? What customer stuff?
Yeah.
Because they're not doing these, they're not having that much good luck with this kind of customer, thing as of late, because again, they're so overpriced.
Overpriced? Well, that I agree with. Disney World's a little too overpriced.
Oh my gosh! Like Disney really needs to lower their prices, especially with the
here's
parking.
the thing, though. I think it's like across the board. It's not just them. Universal has fucking expensive shit too.
Really?
That they're gonna open a new theme park, and I think it's May 2025.
Was it
section?
Is it supposed to be the How to Train a Dragon one or something like that?
I think it was no. I think it was Super Nintendo Land.
Epic Universe, which has Super Nintendo Land in Epic Universe. I think How to Train a Dragon might be in there too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the one that I am mostly familiar with. Because
there's going to be Super Nintendo World. There's an extension to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Dark Universe, not to be confused with the other.
And Romeo is the male version of Ursula. Oh, dear God!
God. Yeah, yeah. The Dark Universe died from a painful death after one movie.
Ugly enough.
So yeah, they said they announced it a couple of days ago that Epic Universe will be open May 22nd, 2025. Apparently, they're gonna start reservations.
Oh wait a minute!
Starting today, the reservations for it has started today.
Hold up a second. Tanner said something in the film forum. Little known fact: if you buy tickets to Disney World now, you'll get a 5% discount on one of their $50 water bottles.
$50 water
$50!
Oh my God, that's like Woodstock 99 levels of overpriced. Like, oh my God,
worth of
I
water?
remember Woodstock 99,
Jordy,
which was a
you
disaster.
heard it here.
What the are they? $50 water.
I want to say something about Woodstock 99, how overpriced their water bottles were. You want to know how much they were?
Money.
Woodstock 99. I think it was $25 for a water bottle at Woodstock 99.
We've got to have money.
Whereas Limp Bizkit will destroying half the damn set.
That's the only thing.
On Riot. That's
the only clip I liked from that, Tom and Jerry animated movie.
A water bottle.
And the fact that I'm hearing $50 worth of water. I thought, okay, other than paying the bills for it, it can be free when you have it inside your house.
I know Yankee water bottles are pretty fucking expensive too.
What?
Really?
Yankees, the team Yankees. By the way, I want to say this right now because I'm a New Yorker and I don't care. I'm so happy about the Yankees going to World Series. We're gonna
Hey, I
win.
mean,
We're
I'm
gonna
actually
win.
happy with that.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
honestly, I think that's good. I mean, it's about time because you guys have had your asses kicked for the last decade
Yeah,
or
they're
so.
going up against the
We're up against the Dodgers.
Dodgers.
It's
and
not
I
gonna
believe,
be easy because of Otani, but we can do it.
Yep.
We can do it. Yes,
And-
we can.
and I believe this was
We're the
actually
best.
this is going to be their first
around.
time going up against each other since
Wait
what?
a minute. Wait a minute.
Either
wait a minute.
2009 or
that's another Dragon Ball Z.
1981?
That's another Dragon Ball Z abridged reference. Ha! I did it! I'm the best around. No one's ever going to keep me down. Oh no! Crushed and broken by an unconscious naked child. Yep.
Let's see.
I think I'm
How
done here.
much? How much does a water bottle
I know if Uriel was here, he'd be laughing
at
his ass
Yankee
off too.
Stadium?
Oh my gosh, Jose. Jim
What's
Carrey
up?
as William. Jim Carrey as William. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I just
which
found
one
out
would-
how much
Okay, what would
how
you
much a
use?
water
Would you
bottle.
do the Riddler, the Mask, or the guy from Liar Liar, the dad?
Hold on
As
a
long
second.
as it's not Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Hold up a second, Jordy. You were
Or
saying,
Dr.
Victor?
Eggman.
Save it. You gotta do the ranking first. Save
you-
the range.
As you were, Victor.
No, you go ahead.
Oh yeah.
No,
it's
you
your
said
top-
something about like what?
It's
The
your moment,
cost
William.
of a certain water bottle. or
Oh
something?
yes, $8 at Yankee Stadium.
That is still too much though.
Dude.
$8
If you haven't,
for a
if
fucking
you
bottle
think
of
that's
water.
bad, you ain't seen nothing yet when you go to wrestling. When it comes to the big time shows, like whether it's AEW or
gosh.
WWE.
Oh gosh. But during like my vacation, there was we usually go to a like a small beach over there where it's mostly quiet, because that's what I mostly like about these type of vacations. It feels very mellow, and you get to like really enjoy the environment that surrounds you. And believe it or not, my grandmother and I actually went snorkeling in like the waters, and we were able to see like a bunch of
Your
different fish.
grandma can swim.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
You saw the shark from Jaws?
You heard
Oh,
here,
wait, you gotta
folks.
blow
Old,
fucking
old
brains
ladies can
out.
swim.
Hmm.
Let me repeat myself. You heard it here, folks. It's been confirmed. Old ladies can swim.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, you saw like sharks.
No, we were at. You know
No,
what's the
no.
big-
No,
hold on.
no. He saw Jaws.
I made a joke about Jaws already.
Write
No.
that down.
No,
Yes, I did.
no, not yet. Because
Did
you
you-
haven't
did-
seen,
Yes, I
you
did.
haven't-
You overheard
Yeah.
me, but I
Yeah.
said something about Jaws. I said I said he saw Jaws. Oh no, Bruce got his fucking brains blown out.
Yeah, Jordy. No wonder why you can grow a third here for listening.
Well, that's funny coming from the guy.
But anyways, I
Well,
was
that's funny
so
coming from the guy who
bummed.
looks like shark bait at this moment.
I was so bummed that they were actually able to see a baby stingray right in the sand, and then all I saw was just like a puffer fish,
Fish.
barracudas.
Barracuda.
What about
That's not-
jellyfish?
You know what? There was like two people who just got out of the water, and I swore they saw like a jellyfish over there.
As
And I
long
was-
as you're not gonna use
Let
it
me
to
guess.
kill yourself
They
like
tried to
most
go
men in
jellyfishing
7
and they got
pounds,
stung.
everything's gonna be okay.
Let me guess. They were trying to go jellyfishing.
Or they're trying to make it E like in Finding Nemo.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Wait. Firmly grasp it in your hand.
In your hand.
Firmly grasp it.
Really good.
Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it.
I'm
I'm
surprised.
yesterday.
I don't-
I'm surprised I got
you?
away with that
Yep, you're still
innuendo. That's an absolute innuendo.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised too. And those fish, let me tell you, if you were to tell me that they are some of the most beautiful fish that I think I've ever seen while I was on vacation, you'll be in for a treat once you go there, if you do decide to go there,
To the
And-
Bahamas.
And
I'm
There-
surprised we don't have that. Oh, you know
What's
what? I'll get to work on that.
I got to work on it first.
And also, we saw a bunch of great shows over there too. And in fact, too, is that this resort is all inclusive, meaning like everything that
it's in the package. It's in the package.
And we actually, it was actually a great deal for the three of us. And I mean, there's nothing really much that I can really say about my vacation. Is such I had such a wonderful time over at Jamaica, and yeah, I'm looking forward to my next vacation. And we're actually thinking about going on like a cruise line right in Europe, since I've actually been to Europe only once. And to me, traveling like is really like necessity, because like I get to see like some of the most important and historic things that you can ever wish about. Like I want to go to freaking Egypt and look at the freaking Great Pyramids of Giza, and hopefully I won't run into the fucking Imhotep from the Mummy.
Ah, Jesus! Because the mummy.
No, I think the worst you could think of is having to deal with the Scorpion King.
Oh,
His bad CGI.
Yeah, it's awful.
You were talking to me about
CGI.
that.
I have
What were your
watched
thoughts
the
on
movie. I mean, I think the movie is great from beginning to end. The only
I don't
thing
think it's
take
great.
away-
There's writing problems,
it's
and their CGI is
decent,
awful.
But
That's what I was gonna say. Like the CGI for the Scorpion King.
No,
I mean,
in general, the CGI is terrible. It's not
awful,
just the
dude.
Scorpion King. It has awful CGI from start to finish.
it is awful. But Mr. Echo
I thought they
himself
used the
was
same-
one of the best things about it.
I thought they used the same CGI like they did for the previous film, but
No, the first film looked better considerably.
He actually did, yeah.
either way, the only
Mr.
thing I
Echo
think
was
they should
great
have
in The Mummy
done-
Returns, though. Mr. Echo.
What they
Are we
should
there
have
yet?
done
No.
for the
Are we there
Scorpion
yet?
King is
No.
just have
Are
the
we there
Rock
yet?
in there.
No.
Are we there?
Just have the Rock in there, and just no CGI. Just have the Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
That's what they should have done from the very beginning. But no, we waited till the fucking prequel to get that.
But other
Well,
than
here's the
that,
thing. No, well, we did
Yeah.
see the Rock in the beginning of the film, but the problem is when they made that decision, first of all, they weren't advanced with their CGI technology and all that.
Not only that, they were rushed.
They were.
Universal
They
wanted
were
them
rushed,
to get
yeah.
it done by the deadline.
Now, as
You
for
could thank
the
Universal
Scorpion
for that.
King movie, the Rock's in there, but the other Scorpion King movies, he's not. And I think that's a bit of a shame, though.
It was just a prequel of a prequel of a sequel to a remake.
yeah. But other than that, that's all I have to say about my wonderful vacation in Jamaica, and that's my
Okay.
topic.
Okay, Jordy, you could go now. I have 2 topics, so I guess I'll go last.
Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, I want to promote R&R for this, not just for this coming Thursday, but for next week. We are actually going to be broadcasting on Halloween Day or Halloween night, considering we are in prime time.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
And
it does land on Halloween. What a
I got some
coincidence.
good news. I've got the stuff that I need for my costume, which again is custom. It is not like what you buy off Amazon or Halloween, websites.
Yeah, Halloween.
Like Halloween websites, for certain characters or whatnot.
Yeah, Spirit Halloween.
And
Yeah.
get this, when I in this costume, you'll probably be out of your minds when I'm in it. Once I'm being seen in it on R&R. Now, I don't think we're wearing costumes next week here on this program.
I'm not wearing a fucking costume.
No.
Anything I'm wearing is a Ghostface
Honestly-
P-strip. Other than that, hell no.
Honestly, if
That's
I were
too
to
much
dress,
work for me.
if I were to dress up as like Dracula, I would also
You look
like,
embarrassing.
I would.
Well, wait a minute. Why should it be you? Shouldn't he be Dracula because he's the Count?
Well,
Well,
I don't have the cape. I don't have the teeth.
That's-
I'm broke.
that's kind of accurate.
Like your lifestyle being broke.
No, son of
Oh
a
god.
Party City. Oh, Party. I remember
Party
Party
City, there you go.
Oh, Party City.
But here's the thing.
Do they even exist anymore?
I don't know.
Let's see.
It's been a while since I've
Now,
been.
as for the stuff I need for my costume, it's already been ordered. One of them's gonna be here. He's got a point. I
Yeah,
think
Party
that's what I
City's
just
still
said.
around my area. One in Fordham Plaza and one in Bay Plaza.
Victor or William will dress like Hot Tommy Wiseau. Get the f-
Okay,
I wish.
I found it.
I wish.
Let me ask you something. Have you had a chance to get near a woman's neck with those fangs?
Oh gosh.
I
What are you
re-
trying to say there, Jordy?
I'm trying to say you want to suck the blood.
I predicted that. Gotta have all that blood.
But then again, why is it the vampire do the sucking and not the
Oh
coaching?
God.
Oh
Oh
jeez.
God.
Oh jeez.
What's this?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, you-
jeez. Like you're Fargo. Oh jeez.
But anyway, the stuff that I'm gonna have prepared for for the Halloween special, it will be here soon, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's gonna be pretty good. You'll love it. And you know what? I'll even give you a little bit of a thing here. Like if Uriel was around here, he'd love it too.
Yep. There you
That's
go.
all I really got to say. I mean, but as for what else I got in store? I mean, I already did beaten Luigi's Mansion 2, for the Switch on Chilling with Jordy. So yeah, that game right there, pristine right there.
Nice. I want to add something too. I'm getting close to the end of 3. I only have around I'm on level 14, I believe.
Oh my God, I
Which is
remember
the
Hotel Transylvania
disco
bullshit.
ghost, I believe. Jordy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, which one are you talking about again?
In Luigi's Mansion 3, I've gone to the 14th floor before you go up again.
Oh, you're talking about the DJ ghost. Oh man. Just you gotta keep your eye on those ghosts, on which one has the button, as it were.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna press the button 4, 8, 15, 16, 20,
No!
32.
That'll be the magic numbers to remember.
Yeah,
3 is not the
numbers
magic
where he's
number.
gonna finally get something up his ass.
Oh, they're still numbers though.
Numbers to a point where he is gonna drive someone insane.
Whoa, Locke went insane a little bit.
I'm starting to wonder. I mean, do you drive your mother insane with those numbers?
I don't drive it. I don't really talk about Lost really outside of like sometimes I bother my sister about it because I keep on telling her to fucking watch it. And ever since the whole J.J. Abrams encounter I talked about last year, I told her, why are you not gonna watch Lost when you fucking met J.J.?
Oh my God! You know what?
Oh right,
I
forgot
wait.
his
She hasn't.
reaction.
You mean to tell me she sees and meets JJ, but he doesn't? But she hasn't seen Lost yet?
No, although she did tell. Remember, I did say that.
How old is she again?
She's younger than me. I'm talking about my youngest sister. She just
Oh my
turned
God.
19 a couple of weeks ago.
Speaking of a flashback Tuesday, I remember, Victor, you were telling me to watch Lost during was it the vacation episode, I believe, and then I was just like annoying the hell out of you, and then I took my glasses off, and I got so annoyed.
I keep on forgetting that you weren't there when I told that revelation. I told that story.
She was old. She had to have been old enough to see the first few seasons.
Oh yes, Alien Romulus is getting released on VHS. That's true.
That's interesting.
Yes, we're getting released on VHS. So
either way. Now, what else do I have in store? Well, I'll say this right here real quick. If anybody of you didn't watch the previous Chilling with Jordy, I pretty much, for the first hour of the show, I mean, for one, it had to be a 2-hour show because I already explained why I had to start at 9 o'clock.
That's right.
Because again, due to issues with the, feeding schedule, because my sister's bag, because she's tube fed, just had to, act all, stupid. But then again, it's not my sister's fault. I mean, it's just, the way how, these tubing and clippings work, when you try to get something done. However, this episode, the episode from previous Saturday had to be 2 hours, because for that reason. First hour, I talked about someone who, again, nearly tried to, get my mom off of TikTok and because of her dickhead followers. And I'm talking about someone by the name of Mama Tot. If you guys don't know who that is, let's just say
Tot, like THOT.
No, TOT.
Okay.
Well, I don't follow TikTok.
Let's just say she is, an entertaining figure, as it were. But then again, if you're smart enough to see through her bullshit and for who she is, then you got good head. You got a good head on your shoulders.
Then again, I don't even bother what's
And-
going on fucking social media
Now,
anymore.
I'm not
I don't
gonna
need this
say-
shit in my life.
Now, I'm not going to say all of her followers are bullies, because basically some of her followers are pretty much dick riders to the point where they will bully you until they get you off TikTok, or pretty much do something that will cause someone to do something that they will never come back from. And I'm talking suicidal thoughts, and then go.
This sounds like a cult to me.
That's what it is. But here's the problem. Not all of her followers are like that, because my mom did something very clever. So basically, now after we were done talking about Mama Toddler, yeah, that's what I'm calling her now. My mom was going to, make a video of her, about, Mama Tot and all that for TikTok. However, the way how it looked, according to my dad, it wasn't. I mean, my mom took my dad's advice and decided against the video she was making while I was doing the chill stream. Instead, she made a video, and you know what? If you go on her TikTok right now, it is so awesome. I mean, you just have to see it to believe it. And I know David is all against TikTok. Well, here's the thing.
I'm not on TikTok myself. I'm not. It's not
Me neither.
it's
I
my
don't
mom.
do that
is
shit.
huge on TikTok. I mean, I'm not, and she doesn't. You know what? She doesn't even brag about it. I mean, she's got over 100,000 followers.
Wow, that's not bad.
So now, as everything else goes, if you guys haven't seen the previous episode, Chill with Jordy, I pretty much talk about her for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Mama Toddler, and then there's also when my mom comes in, and then after the first hour of the chill stream, that's when we talk about wrestling and all that other stuff. And
Wrestling.
But there was no gameplay. However, there will be gameplay this coming Saturday. However, this Saturday will be the last one of a weekly basis for the time being, because next month will be on the third week of November will be Fan Appreciation Week, which is a thing I started 2 years ago. And for reasons that only people within the network would understand. And then once we get to 7 episodes of Chill Majority, which will start at 12 p.m. Eastern, that will lead to episode 200. That will be the final one of this year until January 4th, 2025. We get back on a weekly basis on Saturdays. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. For everybody who wants to know what the schedule will be, for me and my channel. So yeah, I think that pretty much does it. I got nothing else to say other than the fact that I'm looking forward to the film we're going to review. So go ahead, Victor, your turn.
First of all, I'm surprised that the animated Lord of the Rings got a PG-13, considering one of the movies I'm about to review now is an animated movie that actually pushes the PG rating to its limits. But we'll get there when we get there. I'm gonna have 2 movie reviews for you today. The first one is for a movie that got extreme levels of hype on Letterboxd, and whenever I see hype on Letterboxd, I get a little skeptical sometimes, because you know how the Letterboxd. Let's put it this way: Letterboxd could be like film Twitter sometimes, where they just overhype the living shit out of a movie, and when you watch it, you're like, "Oh, I'm disappointed."
Yeah,
This
I mean,
is not a
sometimes it's best. Sometimes it's best for me to go into movies.
Here's the thing though. Letterboxd slammed that fucking shit. They
yeah, they did.
I know, but there are times when people got a lot of hype for Joker 2, but then for some reason it came out as a big, massive disappointment.
I mean, to me, when it comes to movies that has that much hype on Letterboxd, I try to keep my expectations a bit lower, because you never know what is
to a minimum.
How am I going to feel? Exactly, to a minimum. Thank you.
And
that's
this
how I
movie,
exactly
you might
feel.
have heard of it, you might have not, because this movie only got limited release. It's called The Substance.
Yes.
You mean
with Demi Moore?
You mean sexual substance?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'm just playing with you. Go ahead, explain what the movie is.
Okay, this movie was written and directed by one. Oh God, it's a French name. God help me with pronouncing this name. Corley Farrier, I think.
Even
that's
if
how
you mispronounce it, it does. I mean, it's okay. I mean, they didn't help us after 9/11, so
I don't got anything against French people, but
I don't either. But they never helped us.
Anyway, this movie stars Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid for some reason. But it stars. I mean, Demi Moore plays a aging kind of she's a celebrity, and it's like, she's done a lot of like fitness training, like almost like what's her name? Denise Austin does a lot of these workout videos. Like she's like the female Richard Simmons without all the personality. Like Richard Simmons is all.
Listen, I got no problem with anybody speaking French. Okay, I mean, well, here's the thing: you're from Canada, Jose, not from France. What I'm saying, France didn't, help us during, after the whole 9/11 thing.
Yeah, like Denise was like one of the, like, famous,
like
American
those kinds of people, like it's those kinds of workout. But you see sometimes. However, when you were kids.
However, I have noticed that. I mean, there is another French film that actually, for a while, it got.
Well, this is technically an American, kind of a French, kind of a UK co-production. But go ahead.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. It was released on Netflix, and why it got greenlighted, I have no idea. But they're
that movie.
At least I think they took it down.
I heard something about them taking it down, but I'm not sure if they
Hopefully they have, because
sometimes Netflix takes down their originals because of licensing and rights, and it's a complicated issue. Anyway, that's aside the point.
As the most crappiest thing they've ever produced.
I actually think it's one of the worst, but I don't think it's the worst, because Netflix has made so much bullshit in their lifetime.
And again, I want to set this out clearly. I have nothing against people that are from France or people that are French Canadian. I'm just giving out, a point.
Anyway, back to what I was saying before. So this aging celebrity, by the way, the character's name, I can't believe that this person's last name, like, okay, the character that Demi Moore plays in this movie is named Elizabeth Sparkle. Sparkle is her last name.
Okay, hold on.
And that's not a stage name. That's her legal last name.
Hold on a second. Okay. Elizabeth Sparkle.
Oh my god!
Okay,
I thought Wild Platinum was bad. Oh wait, no, Wild Platinum is actually fucking worse. I'm gonna Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of words,
Jordy, I'll see what I can do with that.
Yesterday, hold on. Romy said this in the on both his yesterday, and I mean the fact that he read off the live chat, and I didn't expect him to read my comment. Hold on. He let's see. In fact, I was actually in the live chat for a while until I had to go bowling.
Oh, God, I'm burping like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Okay. I think I found it. Okay. I got Romy to say Mr. Popo. And,
oh, no.
And the fact, and get this, when he pronounced it the way he did, Mr. Popo, and then he...
Mr. Popo!
Oh my god. So she is aging, obviously, and the character, and it's gone to a point where she is actually fired by the head of the television network that runs her program, who's played by Dennis Quaid, and he's pretty much like a cartoonish version of Harvey Weinstein. That's pretty much, and character's name is literally Harvey, so it's obviously supposed to be Weinstein. Except he's not a fat fuck with a beard. That's the only difference. Okay. Dennis Quaid is skinny. Oh, but it is so over the top. Like one of the first scenes he's in, he's eating shrimp, and he's like almost over the top. He's like eating it like a disgusting
over the top, just like how he was in The Intruder.
Oh Jesus! Dennis Quaid cannot catch a break.
I know.
Reminded me more of Vince McMahon. Oh jeez.
Oh, reminded me more of Vince McMahon. Oh yeah.
You guys know that John Laurinaitis and the Bell Twins' mom had filed for divorce?
Oh, jeez.
And I wonder why. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
If you had found out that your spouse had been, having threesomes with the boss and a female employee, would you want to divorce someone like that? Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. I was doing LA Night, but since you want Vince McMahon, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get the
good shit.
I love fish and I like milk. I like the milk of fish. Yeah.
God milk.
Got milk.
Yeah, I got milk. Yeah, I got milk and I got shit.
Oh,
Hold on, I
oh
got
my
one for you. Got shit.
Jesus!
Yeah, we're all gonna need Jesus after
Oh
this.
my goodness, where am I supposed to go? Okay, all right. I already said that Dennis Quaid fired Demi Moore's character, and she's like pretty much gives
Yeah.
little to no respect
Hold on.
despite her contributions, and she decides that this like after and she gets into a car accident. She gets into like a bad car accident. Her back is all kind of messed up, and one of the surgeons or the doctors there gives her like it says that she might be a good candidate for something, and he gives her this USB drive of a video explaining something about something called the substance, which essentially this substance you inject yourself with, and it pretty much creates essentially a younger version and better version and more perfect version of yourself. So she decides to take this injection. She decides to do this. So she has to go through this wheelie shady alley in town and pretty much grabs the stuff from in there. So she takes the fucking needle and she puts it on herself, and it pretty much becomes her fucking back gets all ripped up, and it's like another person's coming out of her, and she becomes her body's like laying there, like you have to keep it there because the rules are you can live 1 week in the new body and another week within the old body. You have to do that every 7 days. You gotta switch.
Ugh.
So she comes up with this new body, right? And her life is getting back to she pretty much gets the job as a younger version of herself. She gets the job replacing her old self. So technically she kind of gets her job back in some ways, but like it leads to complications later on. I guess I'll leave it at that. It's a little bit of a complicated movie to understand. Now, like I said before, this movie is getting hyped up the shit on Letterboxd. Currently has a 4.0. I got no idea what it has on Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb, but I know on Rotten Tomatoes it has a 4.0. So it's getting a lot of hype. People are saying, oh, it's a masterpiece. Whenever somebody says this is a masterpiece, I get skeptical because more than likely or not, it's not a masterpiece, okay? Because I use the term masterpiece rarely. I don't remember when was the last time I used the word masterpiece to describe a movie. Oh, I know, last year with a certain movie. Or you can argue call it 2 movies, but so I went in, I didn't watch the trailer for it. I knew it was about, I knew the cast, but I didn't watch the trailer. And so I just went in blind. And I liked most of this movie. Most of it. I'll get to why. Most of it. First of all, I want to say that Demi Moore, I think this is one of her best performances. Honestly, she's really good in the movie. And by the way, she looks very good for her age.
Yeah, she does actually.
And Margaret Qualley as the younger version of herself. If anybody knows me personally, about my story with Basic Instinct, I think I might have something a little bit similar. If anybody knows about that, if not, it's an inside joke. But if anybody who knows, you know. She's great. Dennis Quaid was a little too over the top for me. He was fucking cartoonish as hell. He was like, it was almost like he was on steroids or something. It was just like, Jesus Christ, you're doing too much, buddy.
God, what is it with Dennis Quaid? Really.
Apparently, in that Ronald Reagan movie, he was over the top. So I don't know. I heard that Ronald Reagan movie is not good, by the way. I heard it was shit.
It's not good.
But I expected it to be not good, but like Jesus Christ.
But I've seen so much worse this year.
By the way, Sean Nakarama, go fuck yourself. Because he directed that piece of shit.
Yeah, he did.
Bratz, and he did the Ronald Reagan movie. Go fuck yourself.
He's horrible.
He is a horrible filmmaker. Anyway, I liked how the second act pretty much became a full-on character study about what this character's inner struggle with maintaining this identity that she wants to be younger, she wants to be perfect, and like she kind of goes insane over it because she's like, oh, I don't want to be in this old body anymore. I want to stay only in my younger body. So she like she literally struggles with that to the point where like her body literally starts to age. Like her old body already starts to age. She's like gets like this old finger, almost like if she was like a zombie or something. And I like the character study to see this character kind of break because of what this character is going through, because it's very much a satire about beauty standards and stuff like that, right? The fight scene at the end of the second act is pretty fucking awesome. It kind of, I mean, in some ways, it kind of reminded me, I mean, in terms of how it was shot anyway, like Malignant in The Police. Fucking, I love Malignant so much. But this movie has a big problem. A very big problem.
Let me guess. Is it? Does it feel too long for its own good?
Well, that's one of them. That's one of them. That's not my big issue, but it does feel a little. It runs 2 hours and 21 fucking minutes. What? Why does every movie these days have to run 2.5 hours? Whatever happened to 90 to 100-minute movies? Like, this movie runs 2 hours and 21 minutes. It doesn't need to be that long.
I don't know. You could probably just like fill in some unnecessary plot holes, and it would.
Yeah, there's plot holes in this movie. That's for sure.
Oh, I thought it was a joke.
Well, that's not a joke. And some of the musical score is fucking irritating. But again, most of the score is electronic dub stuff, like unts, 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 unts type of music, and I don't like that at all. Unts, 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 I might sound like a dog. So, but that's not the most. That's not the most. The worst part of the movie. Cause this movie's main problem is the entirety of the final act. People say, oh, this final act is so crazy. Oh my God, it's the best final act of the year. No, it is not. You know why? I wish I could. It's going to be hard for me to explain without spoiling it for you. But put it to you this way. This movie decides in the third act to go for broke shock value. Shock value for the sake of being shock value. In other words, this movie turns into a David Cronenberg, Lars von Trier wet dream at the end.
Oh, jeez. Don't get me started with Lars von Trier.
Listen, I can handle graphic violence. I can handle gore. The movie we're about to review has both of those things.
Oh,
but
especially...
You know what? Paul Verhoeven did it tastefully.
Especially for
we don't do that.
A certain cut that we'll get to.
Yeah. The final act of this movie is laughable, and not in a good way. It's absurd. Really? It's stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense. The logic's thrown out the fucking window. And the ending proves that the writer and the director didn't have much to say about the satire they were implementing, and this movie is ironically full of style with very little substance. The irony. This is literally, it's the point where there's a scene where the fucking audience, and it's hard to be explained, but trust me when I go in with this on this for a second. There's zoomed in of an audience member screaming as blood is being splattered everywhere, and it's just like, dude, okay, just like, oh, it's supposed to be funny what they're laughing, they're because it's so campy, right? It's so campy. No, it's not campy. It's not funny. It's not scary. It's not disturbing. It's just stupid and still I hate go for broke shock value. I should have expected this because it was a fucking French movie and the whole new French extremity experiment with martyrs and high tension, all that shit. How the fuck did this win Best Original Screenplay at Cannes because of the fucking final act alone? Jeez, I wonder why they submitted it to fucking Cannes. Cannes scam, just like the Sundance scam. You gave back, these Cannes people gave Elemental mediocre reviews, even though it was one of the best films of last year. Go fuck yourself, Cannes. I don't care what
audition tape for Terrifier 4.
That's what it is. It's an audition tape for Terrifier 4, but even more body horror. If you've seen any David Cronenberg movie and you know what body horror is, yeah, expect that. Some more blood, more gore. It's just like, again, I can handle gore. I can handle good makeup and violence. But this is a little too much now. You're going over the top. I'm just like, dude, What the fuck is this? Another movie, and ironically, Malignant did this better. Remember how the third act was all bloody and gory, and it was fucking incredible because it made sense when you paid attention throughout the whole movie with that twist. But this movie makes no goddamn sense. It just decides, you know what? We had a hard time fucking coming up with an ending, so let's just give up and go for broke. Shock value. And I want to tell you something right now. Focus Features or Universal, one of them too, because there's a copyright at the end of this movie belonging to Universal. So Universal's going to release this movie, but they passed on it and gave it to a streaming service named Mubi, which is a art house independent streaming service.
Oh.
If Universal, the third act alone pretty much ruins all commercial viability that this movie has. No wonder Universal passed on this shit. They were like, fuck you, you're not releasing this. This is too much. Even it was difficult for them to even release this movie. I'm sorry, this is shock value for the sake of it. If the movie were ended 20 minutes before that final act happened, cut out the last 20 minutes with the third act, I would have given it a much higher rating, like a 4 or something. Still not a masterpiece, but it would still be a good movie. With this, 2.5 out of 5. This movie has a lot of good potential, but the third act just completely kills everything. It jumps the goddamn shark harder than most TV shows did. I don't think the Fonz jumped the shark harder than this movie does. So yeah, it was almost like an audition tape for Terrifier 4 in some instances. So yeah, that's it for my first review.
Hey, True Anonymous, how you doing? I saw him last night in the live chat.
This next one is a much more positive review. A much more positive because I watched Transformers 1. Of course, this is the animated prequel showing the origin story of the Transformers, mainly the relationship between Optimus Prime and Megatron. And this was directed by Josh Cooley, who directed the unfairly overhated Toy Story 4. I loved Toy Story 4.
I do too.
It was one of the best films of 2019. And I was really looking forward to it until I saw that first trailer for this movie. That first trailer.
Oh, that first trailer was...
It is so... That trailer is like one of the worst trailers I've ever seen. They made it look like some stupid-ass comedy. It, like, literally, it made it look like a fucking Illumination movie. It really did. Like, dude, what was up with Paramount's marketing team with that fucking trailer? How did that even get passed? I don't understand that. It's just, dude. Yes, I also believe the marketing did hurt the movie. That's why it flopped. Because this trailer is so bad. Like, I don't know how much this movie made worldwide, but I know it didn't do very well. Let me see. The budget was about $75 to $147 million. They made only $119.2 million. That's a bomb. So it comes to the point where that marketing was probably the reason why it flopped. Because had they cut a better trailer, I think this we would have done maybe significantly better. Maybe not maybe not like maybe not $1 billion, like $200-300 million. Easy. But yeah, but I really think that the movie itself is really fucking good. Dare I say, it's the best Transformers movie that's ever been made.
Oh, I've been hearing a lot of praise for that movie.
It's one of these things where I feel like Josh Cooley had a understanding for this material. He did. And one of the best things about this movie is the animation. This is I think this is correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this is the first movie animated that ILM has ever done. This is their first animated feature.
That
I think
actually sounds so true, I believe.
I believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. If ILM did some animation, a fully animated movie before, let me know, please. But the animation is so great. It is Pixar levels of polished. It is a polished looking movie. Some of the shots in this movie, since ILM did it, it could have been in a live action Transformers movie. It looks that good at times. It looks really fucking good. It's a gorgeous movie to look at. The voice acting. I was a bit skeptical about Chris Hemsworth being Optimus Prime, but you know what? I think he pulled it off. I really did. And if you don't believe me, give it until the third act. And then when he really embodies what he's not trying to be Peter Cullen. He's trying to take Optimus in a little bit different of a direction. And I really like the direction that he's taking the character. I really like that. Brian Tyree Henry, I think he's even better as Megatron. He's really good. He's very strong in this movie. Scarlett Johansson, she's really good. She has some of the funniest scenes in the movie. Keegan-Michael Key, he's doing the best he can. I just wish that they didn't turn Bumblebee into basically Donkey from Shrek to the point where he talks too much. They even make it a point to say Bumblebee talks too much. They're self-aware about him talking too much, just like Donkey from Shrek could talk a little too much. And then, of course, Lawrence Fishburne is in the movie. He's great. John Hamm, Starscream is voiced by Steve Buscemi, and he's fucking fantastic. And then you also have John Hamm as Sentinel Prime. Uh-oh.
I hereby discharge you from duty.
As you expect, he is just about as much of a dick as that scene in Dark of the Moon. He's an asshole. And John Hamm, I think he's pretty much been known for playing assholes, so he plays an asshole very well. So, yeah, but I love the animation. The writing, there are a couple of times where the humor just gets a little too much for me, especially with Bumblebee, but what the strongest element of this movie, I'm going to tell you this right now, the final 20 minutes is, like, in terms of, like, non-Pixar animation, is some of the best storytelling in an animated movie of the past decade. The last 20 minutes of this movie are fucking fantastic. It takes itself into a completely much more darker, more dramatic turn, and it's just like, wow. I didn't know they had it in them, but it's fucking awesome. It's fantastic. Darkwing. He is one of my favorite characters in the movie. He's fucking hysterical in the movie. Oh, he just fires Alita in the first 10 minutes of the movie just because of some incident that she had no control over. He's fucking hilarious. He is so funny. This movie is fucking great. Like, the only issues, again, humor is not that good. The song at the end is not that good. The rap song at the end, I don't like that at all. There's not much I could say in terms of flaws because literally this is a really great Transformers movie. I think it's actually significantly better than, I love Bumblebee, but I think this might be better. I really do. So I want to give this a strong 4.5 out of 5 recommendation here. This might be one of the best films of the year. Legitimately, I was surprised because that first trailer was like the biggest hunk of shit I've ever seen. But this movie legitimately is a love letter to Transformers. It's a love letter. And by the way, this movie has a post-credit scene that actually made sense. It didn't really feel like bait. It felt like it was telling the story in a correct manner. No sequel bait BS. Although, to be fair, I would like to see a sequel, but we're probably never going to fucking get it now because it's gone bad.
Yeah, with box office results like that, I don't think that'll happen.
I hope to God they'll move forward with Transformers versus G.I. Joe. For the love of God, don't do it. I've already ranted about that fucking piece of shit ending in Rise of the Beast. Don't fucking move forward with it, Paramount. I swear to God, don't do it. Because
this was
if you're going to do that movie over Transformers 1, 2, Transformers 1, 2, if you do that over a sequel to this, I'm going to be fucking pissed off. I really am. Because they have the right motivation, the right mindset to keep going for at least for 2 more movies. But no, we gotta do Transformers as G.I. Joe. I'm like, how many times have G.I. Joe hasn't fucking worked in the movie since Retaliation? Retaliation was the only good G.I. Joe movie because it actually knew what it was. The rest of them sucked. Stop using G.I. Joe in movies. It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, Rise of Cobra. Snake Eyes.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. Like borderline. Here's the thing. They were going to do one, but it flopped. The sequel flopped. The Rise Honor Among Thieves. Isn't that what the D&D movie is called?
Yeah,
that came out
that
like
was.
last year. It flopped. So they were going to make a sequel. They thought they were going to make it a franchise, but no, they said they were done. Hasbro cannot catch a fucking break.
I mean, I also remember seeing Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. I want to say like a few weeks before its official release, thanks to
it's a really
Amazon,
good movie. It's a really good movie.
It's surprising.
Although there's one thing, I guess, one thing that was like when I was watching it, there was one thing I was like, what the fuck? When the movie begins with the opening logos, when it gets to Hasbro's logo, it has like this silhouette of all these different characters that Hasbro owns. So you have like the Monopoly Man, Optimus Prime, Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And then you also have
Mr. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head.
You also have
What? I can dream, can't I?
Peppa Pig in the fucking logo.
Oh my god, Peppa Pig.
Oh gosh.
Fucking Peppa Pig. Fucking piece of shit. Watch Bluey instead.
Yes.
Peppa Pig's fucking irritating. Bluey doesn't kill my mind. So watch Bluey. And has
Bluey.
But yeah, in terms of like I said, overall thoughts 4.5.
He's laughing.
Yeah, he's laughing because I was like yes, and then clapping because you said Bluey.
But yeah,
speaking of which, I don't know about you, but ever since the last episode of the previous season of Bluey, I don't know if they're gonna either have a new season or if they're gonna have a new show based off Bluey's kid. Because again, it's obvious the last episode, that blue dog, that was waiting, for Bandit. It's Bluey's kid because they had a flash forward, or they went forward.
Oh wow, it turned into Lost.
Yeah. Or as a matter of fact,
did I hear that correctly?
In fact,
did I hear that?
It's not just you go to flash forward. You know what you get to call it? I can see the future.
Did you, Jordy? Did you see Inside Out 2?
No, but I will.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I will see it sometime this week. I mean, Disney Plus, it's on there, so I got all the.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it eventually as well. I'm gonna watch The Wild Robot 2, but again, I'm not as into animation as much as everybody else, so I will take it one at a time. But Transformers 1 is one of the best films of the year. I think legitimately it's the best Transformers. Like, it's action packed. At times it's hilarious. It has a heart. It has dark themes and interesting characterization. Like, it's very good. Like, it's very, very good.
Oh, you were laughing at the Mrs. Potato Head thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was also funny too.
Mrs. Potato Head. I repeat, Mrs. Potato Head. Way to go, Idaho. Gee, I better shave.
Oof. So yeah, that's it. Wow, we're done with our topics. It's really 73 minutes into the show, so I guess we'll be right back.
Don't worry, we'll still end it around under or around 2 hours, so it doesn't matter.
So we're gonna be right back, and then we're gonna talk about Robocop after this. Robocop.
When crime strikes, nothing can stop Robocop.
Criminals, give up. Surprise, Robocop. Meet your match.
Robocop and evil ED-209 face off with rapid repeat cap firing.
That should hold you. Calling the Robo Jailer. Run away. You won't catch us.
But the Robo Jailer smashes through their hideout.
You'll be hiding out in prison now.
Figures and vehicles sold separately.
Back for more?
Robocop and the Ultra Police.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Pee.
This uncomfortable bathroom moment brought to you by AngelSoft. Comfort where you want it.
Suck my dick! Or cock!
Wait a minute. What the did I just watch?
An actual commercial that made it on the air.
Didn't the first commercial also mistaken the freaking giant ass freaking robot?
No, here's the thing though. That one robot that they mentioned in the commercial is an animated cartoon.
Stop. Okay. two things. One, I don't understand why they would promote, kids, action figures for Robocop, because that movie has a lot of gore in it.
They had a cartoon. That's probably
they
why.
want to do it for for advertising, just for little kids watching. But it's
Again,
not
they had a
made for little
cartoon.
kids. They would be shitting their pants and they would be having nightmares.
Yeah, in the cartoon, let's have RoboCop freaking sneezing lightning bolts out of his head.
Two animated films. Yeah, two of them.
And two, that little kid,
Yeah, that's right.
Jordy's
Rambo did
speechless.
have an animated cartoon, and that movie's just.
I'm not just
violent.
speechless. I'm just mind boggled. Like,
you're befuddled.
When people made those commercials, are they trying to get predators to get on or whatever? Like, what it is?
Believe it or not, that
disturbing. I'm not saying you are, because I know you. I think you. I am no predator. You did this for a reason, so that way I could say stuff like this to give a point, because it's disturbing, yet people are sick.
I do these things for shock value and shock value only. Hey, I do it better than the substance.
A lot of kids liked it so much, they started marketing R-rated movies as toys.
Yes. So that's true.
And then animation. Like, but here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this real quickly. Like, how can you turn like R-rated movies into kid, product like that? They
toned it down considerably. That's how they do it. You tone it down.
Yeah, well, this movie does not
Rambo
tone it
got
down
a cartoon and action figures. Aliens. The movie Aliens got fucking action figures for kids.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yes, it did.
But here's the thing. Would you bring your kid into a theater?
What's worse, that one or the freaking Aliens alphabet?
I know T2 got toys too. T2 got so many toys.
Answer this question. Would you bring your kid to watch that movie back in 1987?
Apparently, a lot of people back in 1987 did bring their kids. I've seen, when I was looking up the TV commercial about to play here,
God, give me a break, will you? I think I understand why my mom never once introduced me to this movie.
Terminator, Predator,
because
Matrix.
Back when I was a teenager and when I was a little kid, I can understand why. Because I just watched this film today, and you know what? That just proves that, my mom, great parenting,
But, in the 80s, it was a different time. You have to understand that. It was a different time.
I understand that.
Yeah, the Terminator got toys. The Matrix got toys. I didn't know the Matrix got toys. I didn't see anything about Matrix getting toys.
Wow.
I know Predator got toys, though. And AVP, that got toys. Anyway, before I get off topic way too much, let's talk about Robocop.
He died a hero.
Target?
And was reborn as Robocop. A one-man police force with the strength of an army. The speed of a laser, the brain of a computer, and a body made of steel.
Looking for me?
Robocop, rated R.
Starts Friday, July 17th at a theater near you.
Wow, that is like the most corniest music you will ever hear for any commercial ever. I know
as you can see, that commercial for that trailer right there, that was toned down. What we're going to talk about is blood, guts, and gory.
Especially if you watch the director's cut.
I did.
Which I did.
I watched the one that was 1 hour and 40 minutes long.
1 hour. Well, the director's cut's about 1 hour and 43. It's only like 15 seconds longer, which I'll get to the difference in just a moment. There's only one difference between the theatrical and the unrated director's cut. Only one difference. Only one.
What?
We'll get to that. We'll get to it. Robocop is a 1987 American science fiction action film directed by the one and only Paul Verhoeven, written by Ed Neumeyer and Michael Miner, produced by Arne Schmidt, starring Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, Daniel O'Hurley, Ronnie Cox, Miguel Ferrer, and the one and only Kurtwood Smith as Clarence Boddicker, and it was released on July 17th, 1987 by Orion Pictures. Budget was $13.7 million, and the movie made $53.4 million. It was a big hit. It was one of the biggest hits of that year, actually. I think it was. In a violent, near-apocalyptic Detroit, evil corporation, Omni Consumer Products, or OCP, wins a contract from the city government to privatize the police force to test their crime-eradicating cyborgs. The company leads street cop Alex Murphy into a armed confrontation with crime lord Clarence Boddicker, so they could use his body to support their untested Robocop prototype. But when Robocop learns of the company's nefarious plans, he turns on his masters. 92% rare on Rotten Tomatoes, 3.9 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and 7.6 on IMDb. I got no idea on Metacritic, but who cares, because Metacritic is a review bomb nightmare anyway.
Yep.
So this is going to be a little bit of a difficult review for me, and I'm going to tell you why. This movie is not just an action movie. It is a straight-up political satire. And you know me, and the number one rule on the show is no politics. However, since there are a lot of political themes in this movie, I'm about to, in this case, and for one time only, forego that, because there is no talking about this movie without mentioning the political implications this movie has. So the views I'm about to express are mine and mine only, save for my cohorts here. With that being said,
maybe whenever I talk about, maybe you should have a thing on the bottom thing going that's scrolling that says the views that Jordan is expressing, or Jordy or J-Man is expressing, it does not reflect on Victor or William.
I should probably do that in general. Like if we do episode 2, Attack of the Clones, fucking piece of shit movie, I put that on the bottom of the screen.
Well, here's the thing.
I should have done it for the Phantom Menace, to be honest with you, but I forgot.
Here's the thing.
It is a political satire,
Phantom Menace is a little bit better than the,
I think it's a piece of fucking garbage, and I'll never understand why you gave it a fucking 3 out of 5.
You people?
Who are you people?
I was gonna say, what do you mean by you people?
Also me with
Who are you? Anyway,
let's start off by
it's not. And by the way, it's not just the politics within the movie. It's also, I think it's more memorable from its action sequences. And
but again, the movie's political themes. It's from the very beginning. It first of all, if people think nowadays that people shove shit down your throat, this movie's shoving absolutely its message down your throat, and it's an important message. To be frank. It's an important message.
Mm-hmm.
Hove has already said this is a liberal-leaning movie. So if you got a problem with that, don't watch this review. But this movie, right from the very beginning, you see Detroit is on the brink of social and financial collapse. You open the movie with a news report of all these different things going on in the world, and most of them are attacking America.
I think that was actually pretty interesting the way they do that.
This movie is flat out. This movie, the screenwriter Ed Neumeier, he said that this movie mainly targets not only capitalism, because OCP, because they're a $1 billion corporation trying, killing, of course, what's his name? Fucking Dick Jones. His name is Dick.
Dick.
Of OCP, literally teaming up with Clarence Boddicker to kill Alex Murphy for their own gain, to be Robocop. So there's a point in the opening of the movie where they're going to literally destroy Detroit, and become this new city called Metro City. I almost said Metroid. I'm sorry.
You know what? No. I think that's fitting. I think that should be called Metroid City.
Anyway,
because that would give him the time of his life.
Where's Samus Aran?
So when it comes down to it, all this. So they pretty much, this greedy organization, is going to use a police officer for their own gain, and pretty much, because ED-209, I said ED-209 again. Fucking ED-209, they test the prototype for ED-209. And this is where the director's cut difference. This is the only difference.
Oh my god.
The only difference between the theatrical and the director's cut. This movie almost
got
an X rating. There was no NC-17 rating back in 1987. It was called rated X. But they changed it because pornograph people, they were showing pornos in certain movie theaters. So they were using rated X, even though it didn't get applied by the MPAA. So they changed it to NC-17. So possibly they could be producing more adult films. But obviously NC-17 didn't really work out. There's barely any movies that are rated NC-17 nowadays. Anyway, the only difference between the theatrical and the director's cut is when ED-209 obliterates that motherfucker. The director's cut lingers on his dead body with all the buckets of blood for 10 more seconds.
You have 20 seconds to complete.
Oh my God. Okay, first of all, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is not, I mean, like he already put the gun down, but I think the robot was malfunctioning.
Yes, he was malfunctioning,
but
and that's when it fucking
was.
The problem is, I was thinking, oh dear God,
I was like,
brutal.
Oh geez, that is one overkill.
I mean, Jesus.
But trust
I mean,
me,
this
when
is
we
probably
get
the most violent scene in the movie, ironically enough, and the movie never really ever lets up after that. If you know Paul Verhoeven, you know his movies are often gory as shit. Starship Troopers, Basic Instinct, they're all gory.
Mm-hmm.
So
Total Recall.
Oh man,
I'd never seen Total
and
Recall.
here's the
That's
thing,
one of the only
difference
Verhoeven
between
movies I haven't seen.
Oh, it's so good.
Let me just say this real quick. The difference between gory and horror is this. With horror, let's just say that it's like scary moments, like where they jump out and scare you and shit your pants and all that. And now as for gory, I mean, if it's in there because if it's an action-packed adventure movie, whatever, then yeah, it could be understandable.
But yeah, that is he gets fucking obliterated. And of course, Alex Murphy gets killed because of OCP and Miguel Ferrer's character. Oh, gee, Miguel Ferrer playing a scumbag. Who knew? He always played fucking scumbags. He always did. He was a character actor known for playing scumbags. Just like John Hamm, ironically enough.
Oh, yeah.
He plays a scumbag. And he decides, he had the idea for Robocop. And, he already had the things in place. All he needed was an assistant or something like that. Somebody to assist, even though they fucking literally brutally kill him. Like, literally, his death scene, Murphy's death scene is fucking insane.
Dude, like, I think I've learned about this, too. Like, the amount of times that...
He gets shot, like, over 25 goddamn times.
Like, I thought it was like 40 or 45 times.
I don't think ED-209 blasted that much.
You said EDT again.
Fuck. I said EDP. Fuck.
I'm talking about Alex Murphy's death sequence.
But yeah, like,
I'm pretty sure that was the amount of times he got hit. But when I saw that scene, I was like, God damn, he got hit more bullets than 50 Cent.
Let me just say this. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I actually have a clip that I have saved in my notes from X, or formerly known as Twitter. And there's like a thing where there's this cop, or the sheriff, excuse me, who's, this guy's in a car seeing a sheriff about to take this guy down who has a stick in his hand about to beat someone. And, the guy's face who's getting shot at almost looks like, the guy playing Doc Brown from the Back to the Future trilogy.
Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. Although it's not Christopher Lloyd. It's just almost someone that almost looked like him because he goes like,
Oh, Marty, we're gonna go back to the future.
You want to know how many times this guy, the stupid idiot, gets shot? When he's trying to keep coming towards the sheriff, 12 times.
Yikes! But
and this is real life I'm talking about.
Yeah, like.
And like the guy in the car is actually saying, when the guy was, got that stick in his hand, he's going. The guy in the car recording, shoot his ass!
You know what's funny? Since I've mentioned movie Total Recall, Arnold Schwarzenegger was originally considered to portray Alex Murphy, but there's mentioned that he was actually too bulky for the Robocop suit.
He was too bulky?
Well, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
but believe it or not, this is also during a time when, Arnold Schwarzenegger was also a bodybuilder and all that shit. And when the film was actually released, Schwarzenegger said that he loved the film and wanted to work with Paul Verhoeven. And that's
how he got Total Recall happened?
Yeah, and then when Total Recall was announced to be in development, Schwarzenegger and Paul Verhoeven picked that film to work together.
Yeah, because Total Recall had been in development hell for over 5 years at that point, and it didn't really get going until Verhoeven and Schwarzenegger signed on to it.
Yeah.
And he handpicked him. Arnie handpicked him because he saw RoboCop. And this is pretty much. Paul Verhoeven already done one American movie because he's from the Netherlands. So he did one American movie before this for Orion in 1985. It was called Flesh and Blood. It had Rutger Hauer and Jennifer Jason Leigh in it. It was like a sword and sorcery kind of brutal, kind of historical epic kind of movie. And this was their second film together. And but yeah, I think honestly, this might be the best Paul. It's not my favorite Paul Verhoeven, but I think it might be the best.
My mom actually fell in love with that
that's tough.
because of that RoboCop movie.
Like with Paul Verhoeven, he's made a lot of good movies. My personal favorite is Hollow Man, which is on the wheel. I love Hollow Man to death. Shut up. Oh, you think it's so funny. Shut up. By the way, the gore in this movie, we have Rob Bottin to thank. He's the same guy who did the gore on The Thing. He's the same guy who did the practical effects for The Thing. So obviously, one more scene in terms of the effects that look crazy.
I can understand why Emo doesn't call Arnold, by his last name because it's, for him, it's kind of difficult to say. He doesn't want to come off as a racist because of the last part of the Schwarzenegger name.
But when it comes down to,
but that's the whole point. That's his name. It's not like you're trying to actually say the N-word because, that's the whole point.
But like another gory as hell scene is when Emil, one of the gang members, literally gets full with toxic waste. When he gets into fucking toxic waste, he goes out and he's all mutated and shit.
It ain't a vat of chemicals, but I'm telling you, oh my lord.
Yeah. And by the way, ED-209, that was done by the one only
again.
EDT. I said EDP. Fuck.
No, you said EDT again.
EDT. Fuck me.
Oh jeez.
ED-209. Better. ED-209.
Take a drink every time he says that.
ED-209. His effects were done by the one only Phil Tippett. Phil Tippett is one of the most legendary visual effects supervisors of all time.
He's an icon, man.
He created the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
He also did the aliens, the bugs in Starship Troopers.
There are certain trilogies, back in the day that actually, are very, very good to talk about, not gonna lie.
Unfortunately, the sequels to this movie are a piece of shit, and we're gonna avoid them at all costs. Both of them are fucking abysmal.
Gee, I wonder why Frank Miller was involved in those movies.
Frank, I told you before. Fuck Frank Miller.
So let me get this straight. The other two after this film are
horrible, especially Robocop 3. It's horrible.
Oh, Robocop 3 is so
They pretty much turned Robocop 3 was Robocop. It was trying to be a kids movie. They toned down the violence considerably and made it PG-13 to make it suitable for children.
Where's your sense of humor? Right here.
Anyway, as I need to get into the political satire of it all. I need to.
No politics. I'm just kidding.
Again, this movie is pretty much attacking Ronald Reagan from start to finish. It's attacking because he was the president at the time. They're attacking.
Wait, what party was he in?
He was Republican Party. Remember, it's a liberal-leaning movie. They're attacking the shit out of it, especially how he was treating businesses. It was pro-business. The writers said it. They were angry about Ronald Reagan. They put all that shit in the movie with all the nuclear wars and all this other shit, like in the background with the news reports about how America's invading all these different kinds of countries. It's shitting on Ronald Reagan pretty much from start to finish. That's what it is. It's shitting on him.
What I don't understand is if that was the case, why do people remember the movie more of the action sequences and not?
No, this movie's known for the satire. It is so well known. It's
known for
it. Obvious.
It's known for it. I get that, but wait, Ronald Reagan, the actor, who's the vice president, Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
But still, why is it that this movie is more memorable for the action sequences and the the story in general, and not that whole
Well, the story and the political satire blend into one. I feel like it's well known for.
I think people talk about. I think most people just talk about it for the action sequences and all that stuff.
No, this movie, and it makes it very obvious. It makes it incredibly obvious. Again, it's shoving it down your throat. It's not like it's a background limited. It's like, if you've ever seen Starship Troopers, Paul Verhoeven did the same fucking thing. That movie is anti-military. It's anti-military. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Paul Verhoeven is a liberal filmmaker. It's just how it is. He was, well, Starship Troopers was more of a product of him rather than Ed Neumeyer. But he does satire in pretty much every single one of his movies.
That's not inaccurate.
Shit, Showgirls is. That movie technically has satire. Although I'm not going to defend Showgirls because it's an awful movie. It has satire in it, though. Basic Instinct, I don't think has satire. Hollow Man certainly doesn't have satire unless you want to count like the stuff about him abusing women. Kevin Bacon abusing women. Other than that, there's really no satire in that movie.
I don't remember any satire being introduced in Basic Instinct because I watched Basic Instinct 2 years ago.
I just realized something. You ready for this?
What?
We here at Team 4-Star do not endorse or encourage, domestic violence against women. We do, however, find it hilarious.
Oh, Jesus. But yeah, this movie has a lot to say, and I'm
sorry.
Especially in 1987. Especially in 1987, with something this much to say. This movie is smart too. This movie is smart. It's clever with the satire. And I believe also it's commenting on American society in general too, because look at the TV show that they're all watching with I Buy That for $1. It's pretty much a ripoff. It's pretty much a parody of sitcoms, except it looks almost like porno.
I think it's kind of funny where that scene where I buy that for $1, it's playing at the right moment after Robocop stops a robbery.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point, because
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the point with the satire, because Robocop at that point in the movie had lost his humanity. It doesn't take until about halfway through when Robocop realizes who he is, and he goes to his house and starts to remember everything that happened to him. This movie has a heart too. It's not just escaping satire; it has a heart.
It does.
And at the core of it, it's Robocop. It's different. Robocop is different from other robots because he actually starts to feel something halfway through the movie.
Yeah, because he was once human at one time.
He's half human, half robot, and he starts to feel, and that's why that
relationship. Here's the thing. When the moment we find out that this guy's going to be Robocop, the fact how it all happened, like when you get his hand shot and then his arm shot, and oh my freaking God, like the whole point with him getting shot by the shotgun and and other stuff. I'm thinking, dude, in real life you would not survive that.
No, you wouldn't.
Paul Verhoeven did that on purpose, and he got shot several times.
I know.
Because
I'm
to
speaking
sympathize
logically, but I know this is a movie, so sometimes real life logic should not always be, mixed in with a sci-fi like movie.
Not only that, Paul Verhoeven, at least this is his words, that he emphasized the violence because he made it so outlandish and cartoonish to the point where he thought that he would make people laugh. In some instances, yes, that works. In some instances, no. Like when Alex Murphy dies, I'm not laughing because it's so fucking violent. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Are we talking about when, at that whole thing when he gets that grenade in his house?
I think that might have been over the top when Miguel Ferrer gets killed by the grenade. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
No, although when it comes, also another scene that I can think of that it's over the top is when his partner, Lewis, nukes the motherfucker who was he's fighting with Bodyguard, and he shoots the fucker on the top of that little area there, and then boom, it just goes into a fucking explosion.
Yeah, it like boom, and then the human body is like
it's just
turns to dust.
Pieces.
Yeah, especially with like a very high caliber rifle like that.
I'm surprised I haven't mentioned Lewis yet, because I think that the Robocop and hers relationship is crucial, even though it's not in it very much. And I think they should have put in a little bit more of this relationship, because it's like they have a common bond and friendship. It's like this really interesting platonic friendship. You never really see platonic friendships between a man and a woman in a movie very often. And I think it's really well done.
No, you don't. This is like one of those rare cases where this type of relationship,
and sometimes
actually
relationships, like, if you were to make more movies, like, for a franchise, then it could
And
blossom.
they did, but unfortunately, they both suck.
Yep.
I actually think that the remake is the best one since the original, believe it or not. Yes, they remade this movie.
Yep.
And I don't
Can
think
I
the remake's
finish
that
my
bad.
thought before I was rudely interrupted?
It's pretty good.
Like what I was saying is when you have when you have a relationship like that and it's not like instant romance, it's good. Because if you were to make more movies, like, you know, if you were to make a franchise, then maybe you can make it blossom into a relationship because that's how relationships can be built sometimes.
But in this case, I don't think it would have worked because, again, he's half robot, half human.
I
They never
know.
really did it in
But
the
still,
sequels. They never really did it.
There is that human side, so.
Yeah. And, you know, I just like the action scenes. The action scenes are just fantastic. Other than, like, the Terminator. When the Terminator... People say it will debate about if the Terminator is an action movie or a horror movie. To me, I'm in the middle. It's a thriller. To me, the original Terminator, the original one, because I know T2 is a fucking action movie.
Easily.
The rest of the series is action, but the first one is mainly a thriller.
Yeah.
But I like the RoboCop remake. Yeah, they toned down the violence, sure. You know, it's PG-13, sure. But I think they had a lot more going for it. Like, literally, they put a lot of original kind of ideas, and they kind of modernized the whole satire. And I think it's really well done. And Samuel L. Jackson, he fucking steals the show in everything he's in. He's fucking hysterical in this movie.
That this mother is not serving time in some federal penitentiary is a huge hot heaping pile of horrors.
It is so... Samuel L. Jackson is so funny in that remake, and he's... And I actually think, doesn't Gary Oldman play the Miguel Ferrer character in the remake? I'm pretty sure it's Gary Oldman.
I don't remember Gary Oldman.
I'm pretty sure it's Gary Oldman.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't seen it since theaters.
Same here.
But I remember it being not bad. It's not bad. If, you know, people say they don't like it because they told
Gary,
about...
yep. Gary Oldman's in it.
Okay, yep. Gary Oldman. He's one of the scientists. Oh, so he's like working for OCP. But yeah, this movie, like, OCP, like, they are fucked, man. Like, this $1 billion organization, they're, like, fucked up. Like, Dick Jones, he's fucked up. And Ronnie Cox, best known for playing a bunch of bad guys. He literally plays nothing but bad guys. And I think this is the first time he played one. And Dick Jones, he's a real dick.
Oh, he is just such a ruthless dick. Okay.
He is a
dick.
Like, he's not gonna stop anything until he, you know, gets what he really wants. You know,
up until the very end.
Yeah, I love the when he just when we're like
fired.
When they he's like fired, and because the thing is that for people who haven't seen it, when RoboCop is initially gonna kill Dick Jones, he can't do it because I think it's Occupation 4. He cannot hurt anybody who works at OCP. But then when the boss at OCP is like, "You're fired," he pretty much lets go of all that because he's fired. So he goes to go boom boom. He just shoots him out the fucking window.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't show the part where he lands.
But if it did, it'd probably be fucking violent too. His fucking mush.
It would have been. It would have been like the most violent fall I've ever seen.
Literally showed restraint in that regard. The only thing I don't really care for is that after that, the movie just kind of ends. It feels a little too abrupt for me. Like he says,
yeah, it does.
The guy is like, "Oh, nice moves. What's your name?" Murphy. He walks away and the movie's finished. That's a little too abrupt for me. I wish it would have been a little longer.
But then again, I don't think there was anything left for them to do. I mean, they already did every single bit of action there was to do in a rated R movie,
like, wrap up the story. I mean, in terms of, like, action, forget about it. Like, the story perspective. Like, we don't really get an answer about what happened to Lewis. Although, we have an indication that she's probably going to be fine. And she's in the sequels, so obviously she survived. But, like, certain things, certain things feel a little abrupt. Like, what's going to happen to OCP? Are they still going to control the police? Like, there's a bunch of unanswered kind of questions, but they're still left hanging.
Yeah, like, it kind of like leaves you hanging from like a cliff,
little bit. I think
and you're not
a little bit longer.
Maybe that's why they decided to make it a trilogy.
But that's just
again Frank Miller.
Yep.
By the way, Transformers 1, off topic, but Transformers 1, I'm surprised how much pushing the boundaries they did with a PG rating. Because there's one scene where Optimus literally almost gives the finger to somebody.
Oh.
He almost gives the finger to somebody. So I'm surprised they got away with that. But yeah, it is
Hard
a
PG
fucking.
launch.
It is just an action-packed movie, but the satire again. It is scathing. It is absolutely scathing. Again, Paul Verhoeven's known for that. If he's gonna tackle a subject, he's gonna fucking beat the shit out of it. And this movie does that. It's like The Matrix, where it's not subtle whatsoever. You know, The Matrix was about society in general. But it was not subtle in how it did it. But in this movie, I prefer subtlety in my political satires. But you know what? In this instance, it's about greed. It's about capitalism. It deserves to be fucking dredged and fucking destroyed.
And you know, let's not forget to mention this one scene where all the cops were at the shooting range,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
And then
yes.
you would see, you know, Robocop's long arm just shooting his pistol away, and then the cop was like, "Man, that guy is good. He's a machine."
Yes, he's a machine.
He's not a man. He's a machine.
Also, not forget another thing about the strike. I mean, the element to the satire. The police force goes on strike at the end of this movie. They go on strike because so many people are getting killed, and OCP is not doing anything about it. Detroit is like in a fucking almost apocalyptic site because literally
it's almost
crime.
like there's
a woman
little to no
almost
hope.
gets raped in this movie.
It's like little to no hope left. Little to no hope that
part
was left in
right there.
Oh yes, the scene where he literally shoots his fucking dick off.
Dang.
And
Oh my God!
You see the bloody dick.
That I did not think that would happen, but
oh
damn.
my God! With the guy who has no dick, he's probably not gonna go busting these nuts again.
Like literally, this movie doesn't hold anything back. I told you last week, this was not for the faint of heart. And these scenes like that are the reason why. It is insane. It is bad shit, but it is uniquely Paul Verhoeven. That's why I like this guy, because he makes movies that no one else can make.
Okay. So if only Robocop would do the same with Hackney, Weinstein, Romy Polanski, and Victor Salva.
How about do it to Francis Ford Coppola?
You know, in my
he did
personal opinion,
he did kiss those women who were like what, 3 times his age.
Regardless, no matter how this goes about, I gotta say that this movie, in my personal opinion, has to be, movie of the year of 1987. In my personal,
it's one of the best of 1987. 1987 was not a very good year for movies. Let's keep that in mind.
No, it was not.
It was not strong.
If you ask me, I think the film of the year for 1987 has to be RoboCop.
Actually, looking at it now, I think my favorite of
Full Metal Jacket
might be Lethal Weapon.
Full Metal Jacket, yes.
Lethal Weapon. Don't forget about Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon's fucking fantastic.
Full Metal Jacket, yes, but
The
here's
Princess
the thing.
Bride.
Oh,
it
The
has
Princess
more than
Bride
one
is brilliant
person,
as
like
The Untouchables.
Oh, I love The Untouchables as well. You see, 1987 wasn't
Predator
that bad.
Let's see. When didn't Evil Dead 2 came out that year?
Yes, it did.
Okay, that's another one.
But yeah, like a lot. Also, let's not forget in terms of like 3 Men and a Baby that came out in 87.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Predator.
Mm-hmm.
But like my favorite, and the Nightmare on Elm Street 3: Dream Warriors, which people say is the best Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think RoboCop is good for me.
But yeah, my favorite is honestly Lethal Weapon, but RoboCop comes like a close second or third. It's great.
Speaking of Spaceballs,
Spaceballs is also 87. That's also 87.
But it's more like a comedy and spoof.
It doesn't matter if it's one. I'm talking 1987 in general. You know, Good Morning Vietnam. Oh wait, Good Morning Vietnam. That is such a great movie too. With Robin Williams, that is such a great movie. Fatal Attraction. I've never seen Fatal Attraction. I've never seen that. I've seen all the insert here from Hell movies like Sleeping with the Enemy. Oh fuck, Lost Boys.
Death by Stereo.
Now I'm starting to think that 1987 wasn't that bad after all. Although Jaws: The Revenge came out in 87,
yeah,
that's the best movie of the year.
Do you have? You just had to reference
Jaws: The Revenge.
You lose.
Thank God I wasn't wearing a freaking Hawaiian shirt down in Jamaica.
Letter Part 6 with Bill Cosby. Where he pretty much holds a Coca-Cola a can because Colombia was owned by Coca-Cola at the time.
Hey Victor, when I was down in Jamaica, thank God I wasn't Michael Caine, where my shirt was dry as soon as I got face to face with that freaking shark.
The moment he said Jaws Revenge, no, you lost, you lose.
But yeah, for me, Robocop is going to be an action satire classic. It's 5. I'm going full 5.
5.
Me too.
Well, then that takes care of it because next week it's time. Oh, wait. I forgot to do one. I have to take care of one more thing first.
Oh, or Patrick Star would say,
the subject of our 100th review. I waited specifically till William was here to announce it. I wish Jared was here because I know he hasn't seen this movie, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll review it. I'll talk about it now.
It has to be a good one.
Of course it has to be a good one. I've been thinking long and hard about it. So, it's episode 100. I figured, this is what I felt at the time, in terms of what should we do for episode 100? I was like, obviously we need to review a great movie. I mean, it'll be funny to review a bad movie, but I don't know. 100 is like, why are you going to review something like Freddy Got Fingered for your 100th episode? No, that's not happening. That's never happening.
Here's the thing, though.
Jared already said what he had to say.
We don't want him to suffer through that again.
No, never. I don't want him to suffer through that shit twice in 1 year.
Or me.
I fucking Freddy Got Fingered is like the worst movie ever made.
It's honestly, the more I think about it, it's literally in my top 2 worst of all time.
Hold on 1 second. I have to literally get a joke ready for next week's show because I forgot to download the damn clip of it. Hold on.
Everybody
1 second,
just
please.
do what I do when I have problems.
God damn it! You did it before I could even fucking do it. God damn it!
Huh?
What?
I was about to literally download the fucking clip. I forgot to You know what? Fuck it. Next week I'll try and open with that. Next week. I'm gonna try. Next week we're gonna do Scream, which is my second favorite film of fucking all time. So obviously, although Jordy, it is a horror movie, so you might want to back off for this one. Although
I won't review it obviously, but I could probably review something else for my.
But Jared will be here. That's for sure. I've already gotten confirmation.
But as for episode 100, what are we doing?
All right.
Okay. So I decided, hey, I got something I have to do. How about we take the 100, we minus 99. That's 1. How about if we minus the 1?
Whoa!
Godzilla minus 1.
No way!
The 100th episode of the Popcorn Panel.
No way!
Podcast.
No fucking way!
Wait, what's the movie called?
Godzilla minus 1.
Wow!
Which is
I never, it would be, it's surprising. Is this Steiner math we're using tonight? Yeah, apparently. You know something? I've never seen a Godzilla movie. Not
this
once.
is the best, hands down.
What are you waiting for,
Godzilla movie. What's next? Is it called Godzilla 0? I think it's gonna be called Godzilla minus 2.
Now I need to learn the hard way now to watch it in color.
Yes, you watch it in damn color. But anyway, my history of Godzilla minus 1. I saw it literally about 6 months ago. This movie's a goddamn fucking masterpiece. This is a fucking masterpiece, and I need to talk about it. I already talked about it briefly in that review, but you know what? I need to go into fucking further detail. I need to, and I need to make sure Jared and Jordy
maybe it should be called Godzilla
and Chayton, who will be joining us for the 100th. This movie is a masterpiece.
So we can have a friend.
Okay, you literally.
This is the movie that beat Scream 6 as my best film of the year. Of last year. This is the most recent movie we're covering so far because this movie came out in December last year. It's been only 11 months since this movie came out.
You know what that choice felt like? I felt like, Victor, you pulled the rug underneath and you surprised me.
This movie, I feel like since It's gravitas. It's an epic. It's all these different things blended into one. It needed to be done because again, if I had not done Jerry Maguire when I did, I probably would have done Jerry Maguire for the 100th episode. But you know what? I don't regret doing Jerry Maguire as early as I did because Jerry Maguire is the best movie of all time, and people need
It's your moment, Victor.
Need to
It's
get
the
on
best
Cameron
movie of
Crowe's way.
1996.
Yes,
and it's my
yes,
favorite
it is.
Cameron Crowe movie. The more I think about it,
Well, Cameron Crowe has barely known how to make a fucking bad movie. I actually saw.
You know which movie
I think
thought
about
you
Jerry
would've,
Maguire all the time.
You know what I thought you would have done to pick for episode 100?
What do you think?
I thought you would have picked A Few Good Men.
No,
Ooh.
as much as I do want to do that movie eventually, but episode 100, I don't think that feels right to me. But we're gonna do it eventually.
Okay.
But favorite or overall best? You shut the fuck up.
Oh, be quiet, Soren.
Be quiet. People need to defend. Cameron Crowe is like one of my all-time favorite filmmakers for a fucking reason. I actually saw Elizabethtown finally because Kirsten bitch. Self-promotion. Literally a couple of nights ago. People, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Like, dude, I'll talk about when it comes to the ranking. I'm already on in terms of where I am in terms of the binge. I'm on Marie Antoinette now, so I'm up to 2006.
Oh, no, Justin. No, we're not doing. No, it's not.
Oh, hell no!
Hell
no! Not on my watch.
No,
I probably have a hard time getting
Godzilla
through
minus
it.
one.
Not on Victor's watch,
already
Justin.
on the wheel too, so that would not make any sense. But yeah,
I see what you're doing there, buddy. But no,
I get it. You wanted to get a rise out of me. I get it. I get
you
it.
troll.
But next week, in the meantime, we're gonna do my second favorite movie of all time. I'm sorry if I'm gonna come off as a biased prick next week when I talk about Scream, because Scream, like I said before, is my favorite franchise of all time. This movie and the whole franchise means way too much to me than you will ever goddamn know. And you know what? This week, I'm gonna be verifying for all 6 of them again. Because I love this franchise so much, even as hard.
Wait a second. Well, once after we get to episode 100, we'll be back on the wheel of bullshit.
Oh yeah, 100. I see what he said though. 101 Dalmatians for episode 101. You fucking smartass.
I mean,
Steiner math.
You smartass, Tyler.
He's mesmerized.
But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Godzilla minus one. I needed to do something big in the moment. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. And by the way, just so we're clear, in terms of Godzilla minus one, do not watch that stupid English dub. You watch in the original Japanese with English subtitles. Damn it! It's on Netflix. It's easy to access.
I mean, I don't have Netflix.
That's the best way to.
I'm sure that the websites you use have the Japanese version in English subtitles, though. I'm sure they do. But because the English dub for this movie apparently fucking sucks. Apparently, from what I understand. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're done. We're going to review Scream next week. And it's going to be great because I'm going to be a biased little prick. I'm going to be happy, George. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be loaded on fucking soda. I'm going to be hyper. I'm going to talk about hello,
Actually, if you want to really be hyper, why don't you drink it? Why don't you get an energy drink out, from one of those convenience.
Do you want to die, Sydney? No, we're not watching the black and white version. That's for fucking sure. We're watching it in color. The director intended.
What's wrong? Wait. What's wrong with interracial version?
Oh, just Jesus Christ! Interracial.
You know what, Jordy? Just for that, I'm just gonna buy a ticket on Oceanic Airlines. Come to your home state and pick the shit out of you.
In the words of one.
Oh, wait a minute.
I will cut you like a fish.
Wait, you're getting all disappointed because I said, come on. You have a problem with people that are interracial?
No, I don't have a problem, but I'm just saying.
Then don't get mad at me.
Interracial. It's easy. It's just
I mean, it's black and white. I mean, like.
Oh my God. What am I gonna do with you?
What am I gonna do with Jordy?
Hold me.
What other options do I have to do with this freaking hairy ass prick?
Hold me. Feed me. Never leave me.
Ew. Tom Cruise and all the right moves. You stop.
We're about to hit the 2-hour mark. So we're about to hit the 2-hour mark, so we might.
All right, we're done here. We're done. Just
go ahead, Jordy. You
close it out.
butthole.
Butthole. No, asshole. Cunt hole.
The giant face turd.
At least I'm a funny asshole. Anyway, folks, thank you all for tuning in for episode 98 of the Popcorn Panel Podcast for Robocop 1987. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you missed your chance in the live chat, comment down below. Give us your thoughts and opinions. Also, be sure to subscribe to the Dayward 3000 Network. If you haven't already, do it now. And also hit the notification bell so whenever this channel does an upload, a premiere, or a live stream like this one at all times. Same goes for the Count Victor DeValle and the Conqueror William Braun. And hopefully next week we will have Jared Ross here for the review of Scream 6.
No, the first Scream. We're not starting backwards.
The first Scream.
The first one,
dumbass.
6.
Oh, okay. Then okay, my bad. Hold on.
Okay, now you decide to break the freaking rules, Jordy.
Oh my god.
Well, how am I supposed to know which one you're talking about? Because this guy said Scream 6 more than
We're
once.
starting with
because
the first
Godzilla
one, you
Minus
fucking
One
dumb
came out the
shit.
same year as Godzilla.
He was talking
No,
about
you,
Scream.
no, be quiet. You started the first one. No more breaking rules. Play my ass. Play my nipples. Play my ass. Play my
I was
Play my peel.
This hot damn show.
Play my peel.
He said Scream 6 more than once. I don't
Blow me.
care.
Blow me.
No,
Blow
he
me.
said Scream 6 more than once.
Blow me.
Bro, Jesus Christ.
You need Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Because
Here
all
we
the
go
Screams,
again.
You know, here we go again.
I don't want your life.
Anyway.
Oh my God, children! Yeah, here we go, children.
Yeah, funny enough. They say children towards us, but yeah,
This is how I feel.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Okay, so next week it'll be for Scream.
Or in the words of Master P and Silk the Shocker on the soundtrack to Scream 2, Scream! Ah! I am coming! Scream! Ah!
Or just do what you and I have problems. Scream!
Alright, we're done now. Bye-bye. I'm doing too much. Bye.
God bless you all. Have a great night. Stay healthy. Very much. Move!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!